Hello everyone, this is Jasmine, aka Gladiatorinsweats, and I'm here with the daily tarot message for July 28th, 2018. So happy Saturday to everyone. The day after this blood moon, this full moon, and full lunar eclipse. And I don't know about everyone else, but I was very, very drained yesterday. I didn't start off drained, like I was saying yesterday in the video. I felt very super charged up, and it just felt like there was this like charging of energy, almost as if it's like building up for this like release. And that's kind of maybe how I felt with the way that I felt very, very drained after the eclipse. After maybe around like 5 or 6, I just felt very, very drained. But regardless, getting into the cards, I really felt that this Queen of Swords is really talking about this Lilith energy, this like Kali, this kind of like Shakti energy, this Kundalini energy of like purging and clearing, to bring alignment of ourselves, and in order to use this like sexual energy, this root chakra energy, in order to clear, in order to release and purge. But the galactic signature today is the blue lunar monkey. The moon is in Aquarius still, and today is guided by abundance. And so just first off, I just felt today just was like highly intuitive. There's a change in our perception. There's a shifting in the way that we're perceiving things, and it's all very like magical. Like, and I feel like maybe we even feel like we're in a magical time, like we're in a very where, and even when I mean magical, it feels very illusionary. It feels very much like maybe some people feel like they're seeing things, or they're hearing things, or feeling like they're having like paranormal experiences, things like that, where they feel like they're maybe tapping into more of the non-physical realm. But the cards, I really did feel like, especially with this Judgment here at the top in the guide position, I felt like this was this Pluto, this Kali energy, this transformational, but this Kundalini energy. Even with the Queen of Swords pointing down, I felt like that was representative of this purging of the root, and almost like, again, with this Judgment kind of being like the crown. Especially yesterday, not yesterday, but also the day before, there was just a lot of this crown chakra energy. And I think that this is kind of representative of that, of us receiving like this energy and these like downloads, and now our body and our mind and our emotional body is all kind of like downloading this and processing this, and serving to kind of clear away the debris. And the way that this rose is very much in the center, and it's open. Like maybe a lot of this opening of the heart, release of pain. Even when I look at this crown of thorns, and I think of really having to kind of, not necessarily like release the thorns, because it's not necessary. Roses don't really like release their thorns, but there's like an acceptance of thorns. There's an acceptance of the struggles that do come with the process of learning about love, and kind of coming to a renewal of love, of being able to feel love again, not being stuck in a victim mentality, or being stuck in that consciousness of feeling you could never feel love again, or feeling as if you can't trust people. Like the Queen of Swords also in reverse can be someone that's not very trusting of other people, very much guarded of their heart, and really just because it's not just a guarding of the heart, but this crown and the way that these thorns, it's like it's built up this defense. It's built up this natural defense. It's been over a process of time. It's been over it. Whenever I think of it, I always refer back to PTSD, because that's something that people only seem to think happens to people in like what they consider very traumatic events. But mental concerns or mental events or experiences that happen to us and emotional experiences, all of that is also tied physical. It's also tied to our physical reactions in our body. And so and I believe modern or Western medicine and science is starting to notice this, or starting to acknowledge this, rather, that there is a type to our emotions and to our mentality between our health. And so all that to say, with this Fool card here at the bottom, I feel like this is about returning to this 0 point energy, as I've been talking about, this pure like Christ energy. And it's returning to this sense of newness, this sense of like almost this sense of just being in the moment, being purified with this Death card at the bottom of the deck. Again, I can't believe it was, can't remember if it was bottom of the deck yesterday or if it wasn't, but I know this card came up. But regardless, I do feel this again, there's this removal of the old. There has to be a pruning process. There has to be a clearing out process so that this new rose, or that this rose, can be replenished. As you see here with the Fool, there's this fresh rose. And again, with this Death card, I can't help but just notice like the blood red in the back, like this blood redness of this purging of this and it's not just purge, but it's this like aggressive purge. It feels like just ready to go, ready to really let it release. Almost like ripping the Band-Aid off. Like, when you've got a Band-Aid and it's like really stuck on, you really don't want to rip it off. And so you might like pull it slowly. I feel like, no, this is like, we've got to be able to go with the flow. This Death card in reverse, I do feel like that's really about, we're kind of struggling with this process, this transformation. And I feel it would help to remain in a state of gratitude, of feeling grateful for any changes that are going on in our lives and our relationships. With this Wheel of Fortune here to the left, I feel we are having a bit of trouble accepting and actually seeing the changes for what they are. With this Nine of Cups to the right, it's everything that we've actually wanted, everything that is happening, all these changes that are coming or taking place. These are things that the way it may be happening is maybe not how we wanted it to happen, but it's all happening the way that it needs to happen in order for you to get what it is that you truly want, or for you to be able to break free, for you to be able to really open your heart to love. And with this Judgment, and every time I look at this little family here, or not every time, but lately with this card coming up, I just feel like this is like people have been really wanting, like, people that they love. My eyes were drawn to the woman and the way like she's like holding herself and just looking just very, just motherly. And I feel, people just want to feel nurtured, and people want to feel appreciated and cared for. And this really comes through an appreciation and care for ourselves, and seeing and appreciating the process and appreciating our process. We're not able in this moment, I feel, to see things as they are. But we will be able to see things. And when we see things, it'll be crystal clear. It'll be hawk-like. It'll be, if we don't already have this clarity, it'll come. I really feel that it'll come. So, yeah, it's all in accepting these changes, all in accepting this, not only inevitable, but it's all been divinely planned. And when I know I've been saying divinely a lot, and so when I do want to explain, when I say divinely, I mean like the plan of it's the plan of the higher frequency of our higher selves. This is that plan that we have all came in to ultimately do. We all came here. If you resonate with this message, you probably already have felt that you came here with a certain purpose. You came here to do something, and maybe have felt, confused throughout your life about what it really was that you were here to do. But all of this, everything that you've gone through has, played a part in either teaching you something or leading you to where you needed to be, or just anything. It could have played any part. And I feel like over these next 2 weeks, we will start to really understand everything that happened to us in such a higher understanding, and we'll be able to really truly appreciate, I feel, if we really do this soul work, if we really do allow ourselves to maybe take a bit of a humble pill, and really allow ourselves to remain in a state of self-awareness before reacting, before immediately reacting after feeling triggered or feeling, defensive about something. Kind of taking a moment to think about why we're feeling defensive, and really using, and especially about the triggers that happen like all the time, or the things that we notice really bothers us, or the things that we really feel that like, it's really, especially if it's coming up now and it's something that it's everything right now, it's ultimately being brought up so that we can really look at it and we can really deal with it and clear it for good, so it's no longer an issue. It's almost like, as soon as you bring your awareness to it and you really do unlock the key, you really see what you were supposed to learn from it, like the karma dissipates. It's this, dissipation. There's this release of that pattern, because now you're aware, you're able to do better. And we already kind of know this. When you know better, you do better. And that's essentially kind of that energy to carry over this week, maybe especially this next 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for listening, for supporting, commenting, all of that great stuff. I really do appreciate it, and it really does bring a smile to my face. I really do appreciate getting to do this, and I feel just so happy that I actually decided to make this channel and put myself out there, because it took a lot to do this, and especially when I felt like I was not ready. So thank you guys so much for the encouragement and for like the affirming messages. It really does mean a lot, and it really is fuel on those really hard days. But do check out the previous content. I did upload an eclipse reading for the collective, so you can check that out, as well as my most recent video on the Day of Time. We did have that galactic holiday a couple of days ago, but that energy, and the message still very much resonates with us as we move into this this year of completion, and this year of us really starting to realize how the material, how the focus on the ego, and how the focus on only serving ourselves, and how it seems so mindless, or it just seems so small, or how the clock and the calendar can really affect the way that we perceive time and the way that we perceive things. So I'm excited to come up with more content and excited to just really get into this. Like, I really love this stuff. And so I just am happy that you guys are on this journey with me as I learn. And I will never, proclaim to be any sort of expert or anything, but I just give what I feel called to give and what I feel people are asking for, the messages or the guidance that they're asking for, and I'm just here to serve as the conduit, as the channel. So once again, thank you. So from the bottom of my heart, I hope you guys receive my love, and I wish you all many blessings. So enjoy your Saturday, and I will talk to you guys later.